Hi guys, and welcome back to another video all about saddle confidence. As you know, we've been working with Carrie for a few years, getting her more comfortable with the saddle, and this is just a continuation of that. So to start with this year, we put the saddle straight on, and stirrups down, and pole work. So rather than just like 2 or 3 poles, we've done 5 poles, and although she's trotting over them, they're spaced out kind of 3 or 4 strides in between each one. So the idea is she has to move her body more, which will cause the saddles to move more, the stirrups to move more. You can see she's avoiding it. But the idea is that the more the saddle moves, the more she'll get used to it. Weirdly enough, she was more comfortable going straight on the other rein, which I didn't quite understand, but I think it's because she knew she couldn't pull away as easily if I was stood on the other side. Downhill was a lot more of a challenge for her. I think that's where her confidence really lacks. As you can see, she did the first 3 poles and she kind of gave up and she started kicking him. I then wanted to recap with cantering with a saddle, which was a little bit harder than I anticipated. As you can see, she's thinking about it, but she's not quite there yet that she's happy to just go for it. So if you watch her movement now, and her legs, she's thinking about it and she kind of tries, but she's not confident enough. She's a bit spooky still about the saddle moving. Stirrups are up at this point to make it easier, but it still didn't help in this session. But you can see the next time that we went to do the poles, she was happy to go over them. Because cantering was a bit of an issue, I decided to do it without the saddle. You can see the idea was to go up over the 5 poles, which she still avoided, and then come down in a canter. You see it's a little bit chaotic, but it's alright. She's still trying, she's not bucking. Not at this point anyway. And that's it, got a nice loose rein, kind of guiding her a little bit. I've got just a normal jumping whip, which I dropped at that point. I think she was getting a bit too excited. So yeah, she kind of decides to try and canter the trotting poles, which didn't really work. But that's okay, we carry on. The biggest thing we're trying to do this year is just not be fazed by little mishaps. So we don't stop something just because it doesn't go well. So you see she's rushing the poles, but she at least stays in a trot this time. And then I'm giving her plenty of space that she can pick up a nice gentle canter. And she does so pretty much with ease. There's not really a big issue and she's quite happy. Her head's still focusing on the outside, but she's not schooled, so she has no guidance of how she's supposed to keep her head. So I'm pretty happy with that, to be fair. Then obviously it's time to do it the other way around. Between each kind of canter and trotting session, I try and give her a little bit of a walk, just so that it doesn't become too intense or she doesn't get too flustered. Here I am trying to encourage her into a trot, but she doesn't start until she literally gets straight up to the poles. Again, she skips the last one, goes straight into canter, but gets a little bit too excited, I think. That's her stronger rein as well, so it makes sense, but this time I ask her to carry on, because again, I don't want to stop. I praise her, again, she's skipping the poles. But it is harder for her, because she is on a lunge rein, the poles aren't fanned out, so they're not a circle, she does have to go really straight, and obviously it's a bit harder for her. But that's why we take time to practice and gain a confidence up with these things. So again, we've got a few issues with the poles. But we're just trying to rein it in, get her to calm down. So you can see she's wound up. And that's okay, we just take it easy. It's important not to get yourself wound up about it, because it's easy to go again, we're going to do it again and again and again until you do it right. We just take it easy and you can see immediately she's calmed down. Nice steady trot. More than happy with that. I don't ask for a canter because I want her to remain calm. I don't want her to constantly be thinking, oh, I need to go faster and faster. So we just take it easy. And then the other way, again, just to kind of calm her down. So at least she picks up trot at some point, but you can see straight over all 5. Nice and steady. I mean, she decides there to kind of go for a bit of a gallop. Not that I asked, but as I said, that's her stronger rein and she kind of enjoys it. But as long as she doesn't pull me too much, and as long as she knows what she's supposed to do, she's not exhibiting behaviours that I would say are really dangerous for being ridden. So just to end it, I asked for just a nice gentle canter on both reins, just to keep it calm, you know, because obviously she just galloped off and I don't want that. So here she only does a couple of strides of canter, but that's perfect for me because she's listening to what I'm saying, she's relaxed, and that's really it. So thanks for watching, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time with an update.